And we're live. Hey, everybody. Welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star. Today is Friday, March 17th. So happy St. Patrick's every day. I hope everyone's having a good, happy St. Patrick's Day. I did wear green on purpose for the show. So while we wait for some folks to come in, I'm just going to go over some quick housekeeping. Hi, Della. I feel like I just saw you. I'm going to go over some quick housekeeping. Make sure if you are here and watching the show today that you at least say hi, leave a comment. I do give away a free month of List Perfectly at the end of the show. And the giveaway tool that I use through StreamYard pulls the winner from the comments. Carrie Berry's mom is here. Welcome in, welcome in. So yes, today's St. Patrick's Day. If you are going to go out and celebrate, I feel like I always say this every holiday, but make sure you are responsible. And if you do drink, please have someone else drive or get an Uber. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Jill. Geez, I just saw all these people. So on Fridays at 3 p.m., I do a true crime and listing party. Listing party is something that comes with your List Perfectly subscription. And it's a Zoom call, and we talk about true crime while we work. It's a pretty good time. If you like true crime and you have a List Perfectly subscription, you should join us. Love talking about true crime. It's one of my passions. In fact, I mentioned last week that I was going to finally get the first episode of my true crime podcast YouTube done, and I did not. Unfortunately, my health issues had other plans for me, and I was in bed all day Sunday and Monday. But hopefully this weekend I've set aside some time to work on it. If you are a fan of true crime or you like horror movies, I'm getting ready to share my screen. Follow Dots in Murder on Instagram. I will be, like I said, I'm going to try my hardest this weekend to get the first two up. I do have a script written for a Jack the Ripper episode, and I did watch Leprechaun, which is one of my favorite cheeseball horror movies. I did watch that twice this year and took copious notes to do a review. So that's what I will be doing on this channel, talking about true crime, horror movies, hauntings, and I will be doing my dot craft while I do it. So follow me on Instagram so you're notified when I do drop that. And there's also YouTube that you can subscribe to ahead of time. Dots and Murder. I know a lot of my subscribers like true crime as well. All right. Mandy is here. Hello. Hello. Lucille. Love true crime. True crime's the best. I am too shy. That's okay. So the thing with the listing parties is it's a Zoom call. So you only have to participate as much as you're comfortable. You can literally come in and not have your camera on at all and just participate by typing comments. If you're outgoing like me and Dawn, you can have your camera on and talk the whole time. I talk a lot. And, it's whatever you're comfortable with. Some people can have the camera on and muted, their microphone. Some people will have the camera off and talk. It's whatever your comfort level is. If you just want to come in and listen to other people talk about true crime while you're listing, you can do that. I also do a listing party on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern time. That's called Midweek Motivation. And it's just basically, it's the middle of the week. It's Wednesday night. We all get together. We talk about reselling in general, any issues we're having. We motivate each other. So there's that. Hey, Tammy. He said, hey. Yo, you talk a lot. You're like me. We're friends. That's why we're friends. I'm more of a law nerd, true crime person. I love it all. Hit the thumbs up. Thank you so much. Okay, so I have an announcement. Because it's a holiday, I put our guides on sale. I don't know why I made a dumb face. My guides are on sale. So it's St. Patrick's Day, and in honor of that, you can get any of our guides for only $17 each. We have a plush guide, a jeans guide, and a clothing guide. If you want to learn more about what the guides have, let me pull up. I have a video. I did do a video at the beginning of the year that kind of showed you the table of contents, because they're not just spreadsheets. The jeans guide and the plush guide. Did I lose internets? Am I still on the internets? I'm still on the internets. Okay. The plush and jeans guide actually come with little booklets that teach you all kinds of really cool stuff. So after this is over, or sometime this weekend, if you want at your own leisure, you can watch this video. It kind of goes over what's in the guides. But you can get $17 for any one guide, or you can get all three half off. So they're normally $64 for the bundle of all three. You can get all three for $32. You will need codes. Let me tell you the codes. Lucky Hippos at checkout. If you're just buying one guide, it'll knock it down to $17 for you. And Flippin Hippos if you buy the bundle. There's links in the description box down below to each individual guide and the bundle. Don't forget your codes, Lucky Hippos or Flippin Hippos. If you have any problems, just reach out to me using the codes. They're good through Sunday night at midnight. And if you can't remember where to find the links to go buy the guides, flippinhippos.com. There's a training at the top. There's a tab that says training and guides. I love Leprechaun. Yeah, it's one of my favorite cheeseball movies. Jennifer Aniston's like one of her first movies. I could go on and on and on, but that's what my other channel is going to be for, where I review the movies, right? I won the jean guide. Yeah. So thank you very much for saying that, Sherry. It is a good guide. Let's see, what other housekeeping do I have? If you won your free month of List Perfectly and you haven't sent me your email yet, please do so. I think I'm caught up on that, but I feel like there was one person who won one week who never emailed me. I'm behind on everything in the world right now. Everything. I didn't get my true crime podcast done. I have comments from 3 weeks ago on YouTube I still haven't addressed. There's people in my group I think are waiting on responses. Somebody reached out to me because she wanted a review on her stores, and I didn't have a price for Macari on the website. I got your email. I'm going to get back to you, I promise. If you're waiting for a message or an email, I'm here to tell you I'm not an asshole. I don't ignore people. I'm just really, really behind. We had a lot going on here. I got sick, and Keith was down for a day or two, and then his grandfather, and it's just, I promise I'll get to you. If you're insistent and you really need me, tag me in the Facebook group. If it's an urgent issue, always tag me in the Facebook group. That is the fastest way to get a hold of me. If you emailed me and you're waiting for a response, please don't email again. Here's why. I respond to my emails first in. So, like, in order. So if let's say Tammy emailed me last Wednesday and then Dawn emailed me Thursday, Tammy's would be at the top to be addressed first because I try to go first in. But if Tammy gets impatient and emails me again on Friday, you see what I'm saying? So don't email again because it'll just push your email down in the queue. But you can tag me in my Facebook group and be like, yo, I emailed you. What's going on? Right? Okay. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Tammy. Thank you so much for that. I had to go see what the little sticker is. It's so cute. I can't see it in StreamYard. I got to go over to the YouTubes. Okay, so hi, welcome in. I think that's all the housekeeping. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Hit the thumbs up while you're watching. Follow us on Instagram, Flippin' Hippos. Follow Dots and Murder. That's all the housekeeping. So now we're going to get into the topic at hand. We've waited some minutes to get to this. I want to preface this live show with a couple of things before I get into the topic. I'm not here to debate with anyone whether or not we are in or we're going to be in a recession. I'm not here to debate that. The financial experts are predicting a recession. So I'm here to talk about how to prepare for one. I'm not a financial expert. I don't propose to be. I don't ever give anyone financial or tax advice or anything like that. And I'm not going to debate this with anyone. I don't really care whether you think there's going to be one or not. We're going to get prepared for one. And a lot of the advice I'm going to give you today is really good advice for any economic climate. The advice I'm going to give you is good for any time, okay? So don't get into arguments over in the comments and about whether or not there's going to be a recession. Just accept the fact that we are all pretending there's going to be one and we're preparing for one. We're preparing for the worst case scenario. The other thing is we're not going to get political. I don't get political on this channel, and we're not going to do it today. No comments, and this includes you people watching the replay later, not just you guys in the live chat. This includes you people watching the replay later. There will be no political comments, no arguing, no blaming this on any one political party or person. If I see comments that are political, I will smite you. I will smite you. Don't do it. I don't like to get political. In fact, it's even a rule in my Facebook group. We don't get political. If you leave a political comment, even on the replay, you're going to get deleted, period. And don't get into arguments with people. We're not here to argue about politics. We're here to discuss things we can do for our business to improve our sales overall. This is good advice to prepare for a tough economic time, but this is also good advice for any time, okay? So, don't get smited. Be nice. Don't be turds. Don't be turds. Don't be turds. Don't argue. Okay. What I want you to do today is not argue, not get all riled up. And you can go on Facebook and find a million people to argue with about the economic and political state of the world. Today, I just want you to chill out, get a snack, get a drink, and just listen. Listen to what I have to say. There is something I did want to share with you. I have to pull it up because I forgot to pull it up ahead of time. I wanted to share with you like the definition of what recession proof is. Okay. So recession proof, and I actually should just share my screen so you can see what I'm reading to you. This is Investopedia. This is just the definition of recession proof here, as according to these people. Recession proof is a term used to describe an asset, company, industry, or other entity that is believed to be economically resistant to the effects of a recession. So it can refer to assets, companies, industries, or other entities that do not decline in value during a recession or decline less than the broader market. So if you aren't panicking and lowering your prices and being a turd and dropping to the bottom and racing to the bottom, you already have a recession-proof business, right? Because listen, it refers to companies that do not decline in value during a recession. So if you aren't lowering your prices and freaking out and you're holding steady at the prices, at the market value of what things are worth, you're already recession proof because you're not lowering your value during a recession. Does that make sense? I really do believe that reselling can absolutely be a recession-proof job. Is it 100%? No. There may be, if we fall into an actual recession and we get into a real economic decline in the country, there may be some folks that have to go back to work, that have to get a second job or a side gig or something to help support the reselling until we're through the tough times. It's not 100%. Like when I worked in the healthcare field, that was 100% recession proof because no matter what happens to the rest of the world or the economy, folks need folks to take care of them. Tammy knows that. She's a nurse. Right, Tammy? No matter what happens, people need direct care. They need nurses. They need doctors, like policemen. There are jobs that are like 100% recession proof. This is not one of them, but I feel like it's 98. Like if you have enough inventory and you focus on the things that you should be selling during tough economic times, I think you'll be okay. And here's what I wanted to say today. If at any time in the next few years, things get rough and any of you have to go back to work, even part-time, or drive an Uber or do Uber Eats or branch out and do something else as like a sideline or an extra stream of income, don't feel like a failure. Please don't feel like a failure. But don't throw in the towel on your store either. So if you need money, you need money. And I don't want anyone to ever feel like, well, the economy is shit. No one's buying my stuff. I failed at reselling, because it's not your fault. If it's the economy, it's not you. Do your due diligence. Do what you're supposed to do. You guys know all the best business practices and everything I've been teaching you for 6 years. But you need to put food on the table. At the end of the day, you need to put food on the table. And people with families have to take care of their families, and we all need to pay our bills. I would just say, if it gets so tough that you do have to take on something else, like a side gig, still focus on your reselling business and keep it going, so that when we're through the tough times, you can give the middle finger to the man again and then have your own business. But I'm here today to talk about how to try to avoid that and to keep your business successful and continue making the profits that you need to make, so that you aren't faced with a decision like that. So I have a list here. The first thing I want to talk about is diversify. Okay, so you need to have lots of different items in your store. I don't think niching down, however you guys want me to pronounce the word, I don't think that's the way to go right now. I don't think having just one type of item for sale is the way to go when most folks aren't going to have discretionary income to throw around. There will always be the 1%, and there will always be folks who are not wise with their money. So you don't want to discard or disregard high-end items, but they cannot be all that you have. If you typically only have higher priced luxury items in your store, I don't think you're going to weather the storm as well as somebody who has more affordable items, because the 1% is only 1%. And even they will pull on their purse strings and stop spending in economic crisis. Rich people don't get rich by not being smart with their money. You know what I mean? So if we get into an economic crisis, the people with the money are going to pull on their purse strings too, because they are wise with money and they know not to spend when spending is bad. But there's always going to be people that aren't wise with their money and just blow it. I mean, we had this talk in a listing party Wednesday night at my motivation party. I've known people like this. There are people who will put their wants ahead of their needs all the time, and they'll skip paying their electric bill this month to buy a new video game. There are people like that. So don't disregard the fun items and the more expensive items. You can put those in your store. You can still grab them when you see them when you're outsourcing, but just make sure that's not all you have. You want to have a wide variety of items and a wide variety of prices. So you want to have rich people stuff, cool. But you want to have stuff that the poor people want too. Focus on needs. You know what I mean? Like, I can't even talk today. Focus. Y'all focus. Focus on needs, not wants. So a want would be a fancy schmancy $800 dress. A need would be scrub tops. A want would be a collectible board game from the 80s that's $150. But a need would be jeans, something that people wear every day. Button front shirts or ties for men for their jobs. And focus on the affordable needs. Because again, people are going to be spending less, just they're not going to have the discretionary funds to spend. We've all already seen the cost of gas. I think eggs are coming back down now, but we've felt it in the grocery store. And if you're saying you haven't felt it, I don't know where you've been living, but crawl out from under that rock, because I can tell you right now, our grocery bill is disgusting for two people. And I am one of the most frugal, buying store brand, menu planning people you will ever meet. And I used to be able to spend $100 a week for two people and get meat soda, treats, snacks, lunch, breakfast. And now I'm spending $100 just for lunch and breakfast stuff. I didn't even get the soda and the meat yet. You know, I can see it. We all see it. And as these things get expensive, people will shop less or shop for cheaper things. I'm not saying race to the bottom and lower your prices at all. This is not what I'm saying. Do not take this the wrong way. I'm saying look for those affordable brands. I sell a lot of $20 jeans. That's what people are going to be looking for. They're going to be looking for what they can afford versus fancy schmancy. And oh, my point, I lost track for a minute. So people have to eat. At the end of the day, we have to eat to live, and people have to have gas to get to and from work. So people that are spending more on those items are going to have less money to spend shopping. So just think about other people. I know that we are all in different financial situations. We all have different responsibilities. Some folks just have themselves to worry about, and some people have a family. Some people have pets. We all have different responsibilities and things we need money for, and some of us need more money. Some of us need less money. Some of us have more money, but just put yourself in the mindset of just a regular, blue or white collar American with a family. They're not going to have a lot of money. Hey, welcome in, Debbie. Mary says, I just listed some of those. I love American Eagle. Love them. They have a following. Dawn is focusing. I hope everybody is focusing today. Is everybody focusing? Yes, the downsizing is killing me. I can't stand it. Hey, Marianne, welcome in. So back to my list, right? I personally feel secure as a bread and butter clothing seller. I'm good. You know what? When people are broke, they're going to shop my store. They're going to look for my stuff because I have those affordable $20 bread and butter jeans, and that's with free shipping. So if you build shipping in, American Eagle jeans usually comp around $10 to $12, and then you build in your $8 for shipping. But that's what people can afford. The men that need button front shirts for work, they're going to come to my store because I have the ones that are, $15, $18, and $20. I have ties that are $12. So I feel secure that we're going to be okay with our bread and butter and our mall brands. Last time I checked, it was still illegal to be naked. So people need clothes, right? People are going to need clothes. It doesn't matter how bad the economy gets. People need clothes because it is illegal to be naked. And most folks who have a job and go to work outside of the home have some kind of dress code, whether they need a uniform or they're told to dress business casual or business attire. They're going to need those things for work. And I'm telling you right now, the majority of folks who aren't resellers are too lazy or too busy to go to thrift stores on their own. Most people that would have the time to go just won't, so they're lazy. But a lot of people, like if you have 3 or 4 kids and activities and you both work and you have a house to take care of, that mom, she does not have time to go to the thrift store to look for clothes for her kids. She wants to because she knows it's more affordable. So she'll go online to Kitizen, or she'll go online to eBay or Poshmark, and she'll look for clothes for her kids. So it's almost like we're supplying a service. We're like personal shoppers. We're out there finding all these great deals and then putting them online for these really super busy people who don't have a lot of money to shop. Yes. I am very blessed with the 99 cents. But you guys can get comparable to 99 cents if you know where to go. I just did a thread up unboxing today. I filmed it in 3 parts, so it'll come out next week. It came out to $1.49 a pair. per pants in the unboxing, and that's not 99 cents, but it's $1.49. I mean, if you live somewhere where your jeans are $6 and $8 at the thrift, ThredUp is a really great way to get a lot very quickly and delivered right to your door. In fact, y'all, I want to show you something. I discovered this while I was doing my thing, my unboxing. I don't see it now. Y'all, what'd you do? There it is. 15% off boxes right now with code Pot of Gold. It's for St. Patrick's Day. I ordered another one. I went right down here and I said I wanted another 50-pound box. So that's a good way. American Thrift is another place where Robert and I buy wholesale stuff. So there is ways to get affordable items that, not everyone has access to 99 cent day. Believe me, I know how blessed we are. Like, a lot of people think, I get nasty comments sometimes, like, you're always bragging about your 99. I'm not bragging. Oh, I'm so excited to sell my Walmart brands. No, I'm not bragging. I just have a low cost of goods, 99 cents, which is why we have a volume-based bread and butter business, because I have access to it and I can get tons of it. And I'm a really weird person who likes to sit and measure jeans. You could put me in my office with 500 pairs of jeans and streaming apps with true crime, and I'm content. I might throw in a Disney movie because I'm weird, but I'm content. Bring me snacks and drinks, and I will measure for 10 hours and photograph. I don't care. I like to sit in my office away from the rest of the world and just mind my business and do my work. But yeah, the ThredUp box I just got came out to $1.49 a pair, and then I ordered another one, and that one was 15% off, so that'll be even less. And I ended up with 43 viable pairs and 5 poops. But you'll have to watch the unboxing videos next week to see the scoop. The scoop. Did I make a good face? Somebody else said something. Oh, yeah. And so for normal people who would go to the thrift, they're not going to be able to find their size. They're not going to be able to find the brands they like. I mean, I really feel like we do a service to the world, and people who tell, people who say, resellers steal it all from the good meal. Resellers are bad people. I'm like, no, we're not. We are personal shoppers. First of all, we go out and we keep thousands of pounds of stuff out of the landfills. And then we put it online at affordable prices. And yes, some of my stuff is priced high, but that's because that's the market value. I mean, $40 for used silver jeans to me is still affordable. $50 for a Robert Graham shirt is affordable. That's a luxury brand. But we're personal shoppers. People who work full-time outside of the home and, like I said, are just busy with their lives don't have time to keep going to the thrift store and trying to find that exact American Eagle artist boot cut size 4 petite that they like to wear. I have 4 pairs of those in my closet. They can go right on eBay or Poshmark and get them from me, right? When you have those brands that have the followings, you're going to have more sales too. It's not just during hard times or when people don't have money, but there are certain brands out there like Massimo, American Eagle, Gap, Old Navy, especially women. And I know this for a fact because I have 5 pairs of jeans and they're all the same brand, same style, and same size. Once we find a pair of jeans that fits well and feels good, that's the only one we're ever going to wear ever again. And good luck finding it, because every time I find something I like, the store discontinues it. So I got to go online for it. Now, fortunately for me, these I found all at the same thrift. I've had the same 5 pairs of jeans. Oh my gosh, for like 5 years. I probably need, they're falling apart, but I was thrifting and they were 99 cents and all 5 right in a row. Must have been donated by the same person. They're not even a great brand. They're like a poop brand, but I'm like, this is my size. And I got them. I told Keith if they didn't fit, I would sell all 5, but they fit and I kept them. I love them. There are places everywhere where you can find reasonable prices on items. You just need to find the honey holes and websites that are out there. Exactly. So think outside of the box. Go to church sales. A lot of church sales, I feel like are more like of a up north thing. I don't know. Where do you guys live? Tell me where you live and if you have church sales. I feel like up north, they're really big here, but they'll have like a sale for 3 days. And then on the third day, just because they want to get rid of stuff, they'll have a stuff a bag or a stuff a box. I love saying stuff a bag. But you'll go, they'll hand you a garbage bag. You hand them $2, and whatever you can fit in the garbage bag is yours. So here's what I suggest to people. And I do this too. I do it. I'm not suggesting you do anything I wouldn't do. I went online and researched all the churches in our area. I did this back in 2017. Back when we lived here before we moved to Florida. Now we're back here. So I have my old list. But I got a list of all the churches within like 10 miles or however far we were willing to drive. And I called them. And I just said, hey, do you guys do like rummage sales or church sales? And if so, when do you do them? And most churches do them on the same, weekend every year. Or a lot of them do in the spring and the fall. And then I would just write it down on my bullet journal. So in my calendar, I would put St. Christopher's on Royal Boulevard, third weekend of May. And it's there. It's already planned. I've already written it in. It's there. I can go. So call churches, ask when their sales are. If you want to go on the first day to be the early bird and get the good stuff, that's great. Keith and I always try to go on the last day because that's when they're trying to get rid of stuff. And so many of them around here, they'll just give you a garbage bag or a box in exchange for $2, $3, and whatever you can fit in there is yours. And you can buy more than one bag or more than one box. So we'll usually get a bunch. So church sales are good. Go online and look around. ThredUp is good. American Thrift is good. Go exploring other thrift stores. So when we lived in Florida, Salvation Army and Goodwill's down there were so expensive. We really couldn't thrift there. Like I would go to Salvation Army on half off day and find some stuff. Like silver jeans. Okay, maybe I'll pay $5 for those. Half off because all jeans started at $10. But for the most part, I really, even on half off day, couldn't find anything. So same ideas with the churches. We just went on Google. We found all these small, local, little honey hole thrift stores all around the area. And then we would plot a course that made sense. We would put them in order out from where we lived and then maybe make a whole day of it. We would source all morning, and then I would keep copious notes. I would keep copious notes in my bullet journal. So I would write down the thrift store's name and, ew, no, nothing good here. Ew, price too high. Oh my gosh, this was a honey hole. Come back here. I would put notes on each store, and we would spend all morning doing that. And then in the afternoon, we would break for lunch. We're frugal, so we would go somewhere affordable for lunch or even pack a lunch. Like a lot of times during yard sale season, when we know we're going to be out all day on a Saturday, we will pack a lunch and snacks. We'll take a whole cooler. We'll have sandwiches in there and bananas and grapes, celery sticks, carrot sticks. We try to be healthy, and we'll have waters and stuff. So you can definitely do the research and spend an entire day exploring and just take notes. Remember where you don't want to go back to and what was good. Yes, it's exactly like bras. When I've been wearing the same, cover your ears, dudes. Only the girls want to hear this. I've been wearing the same brand and style. Oh my gosh, I discovered these, I want to say like even before I was a reseller. They're like Fruit of the Loom t-shirt bras or something. And because I live in t-shirts, they like don't have like they're not shown through the shirt. And they're very comfortable. And they're affordable on Frugal. They come in a 2-pack at Walmart. It used to be a 2-pack for like $14. Of course, with the price of everything going up, I now pay like $16 for 2 of them. But I love them. And I won't buy any other ones because they're comfortable and they are what work. And these jeans, Like I said, they're wearing out. I'm going to have to go online to find these jeans. I can't even remember what brand they are. They're like some off turd brand. Maybe nobody will be selling them, right? Iowa has church sales. Kentucky, yes. We really didn't find any down in Florida. We have them up here, and I love them. I love them. I mean, we have found so many great things at the church sales here in Pittsburgh. We one time bought, this one church had this whole table full of Rubbermaid bins full of ties, like really nice Jerry Garcias and Donald Trumps. And we just made an offer and bought all the ties. I found a pair of Justin cowboy boots. I found, do you guys, longtime viewers, do you remember when I bought out, I can't even remember the brand. Shoot. I would know, like if I see them, I know they're a bolo and I will buy them. Oh, it's blowing up my phone. I am on a live show. Knock it off. They're Christmas houses. They're like ceramic light up and they're really famous. And if I see them, I know it. But at this one little church sale, it was actually inside the church was the church sale. And then parishioners or members of the church were all given these little spots in the parking lot, like basically a parking spot where they could sell their wares. And this one lady had all these, if somebody can help me out with the name of the thing, but they were Christmas houses. She had like 50 of them stacked up and I bought them all. I just love church sales. Northwest Georgia found quite a few, but not much happens during the colder months. I have not heard of Helpsy. I haven't even heard of them. I'm going to Google them. Helpsy. I'm going to look them up so I can look at them later. I apologize for my vocal fry. On Fridays, I spend the whole morning pre-recording videos for the next week. And then I have my true crime party. And then I'm live. So I'm like basically talking. After we do shipping, I'm talking all day. All day, nonstop. I'm recording reels. I'm recording videos. So by the time I'm in my live show, I do have a little bit of vocal fry. So if it offends you, I'm sorry. I know people complain about that. I found out one of my local thrift stores normally prices things too high for resale. Does a dollar sale once a month. Good job. I love when they do that. There was one in Florida that was way overpriced. It was right around the corner from where we lived. And they would have a dollar sale once in a while. Swap meets. Yo, we had those in Arizona when I lived there when I was a kid. There's a monkey. I don't know what that's for. Church sales in Arizona are good. Department 56. Thank you. It is 56. So yeah, I had bought like so many of those. And in fact, I was new to reselling. I just knew they were below. And I went up to the lady and I said, I want all of them. And she's like, well, that guy over there is deciding if he's going to buy them. And I said, well, what did he offer you? And he had offered her like 80. I'm like, I'll give you 100 and I will walk away with all of them right now. And we made that back on the first two sales. We had some cute stuff. They're cute. We had one that had like a little wedding. You guys don't care. We're here to talk about other stuff. I digress. Okay, so that's what I want to talk about as far as diversifying your items. I also do have a note here to mention scrubs and uniforms, ties. I don't really know. Do men really wear ties and button front shirts to work anymore? I don't know. But I have a note here for it. I got a swear word coming in. Plug your kids' ears. I literally wrote myself a note that says scrubs, uniforms, and other shit folks have to have for a job. So button front shirts, ties, scrub tops, scrub pants. I find Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Best Buy shirts all the time. We find chef shirts, things like that. Okay. You just want to have a variety of offerings for all the people. So you want to have a variety of brands and price points Because again, even when the economic times get really hard, you're going to have the 1% that have money. And you're also going to have people who are irresponsible with money. So there may be somebody who says, I'm not paying my electric bill this month because I found this pair of silver jeans in Star's closet and I really want them. So just kind of think a variety. You want a variety of different types of items. You don't want just clothing, just plush. You don't want just hard goods. And you don't want just one price point or just one type of brand. I always buy luxury brands and bullet brands when I find them, always. You guys may remember we just bought all those Eli Cattleman shirts and we paid $8 a shirt. We made our money back within 2 shirts of selling and we still had more to go. I think we sold all but like a couple. But regardless, I do pick those up. But I do like my mall brands and I do like my bread and butter brands. Absolutely. Donovan says that folks still wear ties to work. I'm selling ties like crazy. I had one guy buy 9 ties a couple weeks ago. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that. I just shipped a tie this morning. I've been selling a lot of ties. Yeah, they are very long tail, Debbie. You're right. They're very long tail, but the right ones will sell. So now we talked about diversifying your products, but what about where you're selling? Are you diversifying where you're selling? You need to be cross-posting. If you are not cross-posting to multiple platforms, you are shooting yourself in the foot. You are killing your business. You are throwing money in the trash. Let me ask you this. If I handed you money, would you put it in the garbage can? Probably not. Why aren't you cross-posting? You can't expect to sell all your stuff on eBay. There are different types of folks in this world who are on different platforms. Different people look at Poshmark, and different people look at Boxery, and different people look at Etsy, and different people look at Kitizen and Grailed and eBay, all different audiences. Here's another analogy that's good. If you were in the middle of the ocean in a boat and you needed to catch some fish, would you throw in one line? Or would you throw in a big old net to catch as many as you could? Because if you're only on one platform, you're basically throwing out one line. Why aren't you throwing out a huge net and catching all the fish? Why aren't you putting your items in the front of as many different types of people and audiences as you can to get as many sales as you can? You should be cross-posted. You should be using List Perfectly to do it. I can't tell you what to do with your business, but I can tell you that List Perfectly was the best thing that we ever did for our business. And it will increase your sales. It will increase your productivity. It will make you more quick to list, more quick to cross-post. It will manage your inventory for you. So no more that, oops, eBay deleted all my drafts. Now I have to pull all the items out of my inventory and rephotograph them. Nope. Now, oops, eBay deleted them. I'll go to my List Perfectly catalog and put them back out. List Perfectly is amazing. You can try it for 30% off your first month with code flippinhippos. And if you use the pro plan, it comes out to like $2 a day. I'm not kidding. $2 a day. Even in a recession, you should have $2 a day to spend on your business to make more money. If you make one extra sale a week, you've already paid for it. I mean, if you're profiting $14 an item. But if you're selling, low end bread and butter and your profit's like $8 an item, okay, you go to Zol 2. The Google Lens feature is amazing. The background remover is amazing. You can keep track of your accounting on there, your cost of goods. It's great. In fact, I feel like my List Perfectly playlist, my tutorials are a little outdated. So I will be in the next couple of weeks focusing on I'm kind of hesitant to say this because I'm like last weekend, I'm like, I'm going to do my true crime. And I did it. If my health and my body cooperates with me and I don't get too busy with other stuff, I really want to sit down and redo my entire List Perfectly tutorials playlist because there's so much you can do with it that I just don't think people know. But you should be cross-posting, period. Even if you think, I don't want List Perfectly, then do it manually. I don't care how you do it. Put your stuff out there on more platforms. You can't rely on one platform. There you go. And there you go. That might be why I'm selling ties. I just listed a bunch of prom dresses too. So we'll see what happens with that. I just put up some fancy dresses. Lost my train of thought because I didn't have my paper in front of me. Oh, you can't really just rely on reselling either. So I do like to tell folks to get some different streams of income. No, you don't have to go drive an Uber or go get a job. But set yourself up on social media and do some affiliate links. Start a YouTube channel. I would tell you to do reels on Instagram, but they're going to stop paying us for those. Did you guys hear about that? They made an announcement that Facebook and Instagram will no longer be paying content creators for their videos or their reels. It's poop. It's poop. But you can do YouTube. You can do affiliate links. You really don't have to be that popular and have a lot of people following you to do affiliate links. You can put up a picture of the dinner you made and then be like, and for the pot, I use this. Go here and buy it. Like, just get creative. I have lots of videos about selling on Mercari because we've been on there for quite some time. We're going to go look. We're going to go look. I do what sold on there. Maybe that's all I do. I do a lot of what solds. Here's how to use list perfectly to turn off the smart pricing. You know, it may be time just to revamp all of my tutorial videos, honestly. Here, let me show you real quick. I used to have a playlist called Back to Basics. I said I used to. It's still here. I have this playlist. If you're new or you need a refresher and you didn't know I have this playlist does exist. It's called Back to Basics. It has just like basically how to get started and be a reseller. But this is kind of outdated too. It may be time for me to just redo all my tutorials, list perfectly, reselling in general, and platforms. That's a project. That is a project. Me too, Mary. Me too. Because I have Plushie. Dawn knows how. Dawn? Nope. Was it Dawn? Who was it? Who had in the listing party? Dawn, remind me, who had the little dancing plush? That was so cute. Anyway, I have Plush to light up and do cute stuff. I need to learn how to do that. Sherry, I'm signing up for LP this weekend. I'm finally in the right mindset to start cross-posting. And List Perfectly makes it so easy. I would ask, Sherry, that when you sign up, please use our code FlippinHippos to help support our channel and what we do here. I do get a little affiliate money when you sign up with my code. And then you'll get 30% off your first month. So it's a win-win. You get 30% off. You'll be able to take all your 2,000 items and move them to your List Perfectly catalog. Super easy. And then you can cross-post them out to the other platforms. And depending on how strong of a computer you have, like I work on a gaming laptop, so mine can do a lot. If you have an older computer, not so much. But depending on the strength of your laptop, or your computer, you can do about 50 to 100 at a time. And it's a set it, forget it. So you can literally set up to move 50 to 100 items from eBay to your List Perfectly catalog and walk away. Go thrifting, go eat dinner. Actually, when I first started moving all my stuff from eBay to List Perfectly, I was doing it in the evenings while I was watching horror movies. I would just set it on my lap and like kind of half pay attention, get them going, and then put the laptop next to me until I needed to do the next batch. Yes, thank you so much. It was Christy Harris. She had the dancing puppy. I don't do well with stuff on my phone. I'm old. Yes, Jill, it was. Thank you. Yeah, so you'll be able to move a bunch at a time. I also have to answer a few questions, so I can't walk away to crosspost. I think, I wanted to talk about driving traffic. So if you didn't watch my live show last week, I'll put the link here for you. You can save it and watch it at your leisure, as I like to say. But I did do a good live show with Bill last week. We talked about how to use Instagram and Pinterest to drive traffic to your reselling stores and to make more sales. I don't know what you want me to comment. It's happening. It's frustrating. It's happening to us. Our sales are kind of low because of it. I'm pissed off about it. I'm frustrated. I noticed that a lot of the big players in the eBay world, like Liz and Vicky, are starting to complain about it as well. So hopefully eBay will listen and fix it instead of playing around with the listing tool. I mean, that's my opinion. I mean, I try to be so positive all the time on this channel, but sometimes the snark and the saltiness can't help but sneak through because eBay really grinds my gears sometimes. Like, stop playing around with the cosmetics of how the new listing tool looks. Really, we're done. It's fine. Stop it and go fix something that needs fixing, like the searches. That was my flip. Get so frustrated. But yeah, it is actually happening to everybody. It is a known thing. And like I said, a lot of the really big players are starting to notice it. So, and I don't mean like big YouTubers or big influencers. I just like people I know who have connections at eBay. Maybe they'll do something about it. Our sales are at about half of where they should be, but they've been like that for a while. I don't know. Our Poshmark is doing fine. Our Macari is doing fine. We're eking out a few sales here and there on Kitizen and Grilled. It's eBay that we're having issues with, both stores. Hey, welcome in. I didn't see you there. Hi. We do shipping from my office right here. So I make a list each morning. I use List Perfectly to end everything on the other platforms. You should probably end them as they sell, but I like to live on the edge. So every morning I end everything. And I use their sale detection to do it, which I'll go into more detail in another video. And I make a list. Mondays, I go down to the garage with Keith and help because there's a lot. We usually have 30 plus. But during the week, if there's not a lot, he goes by himself. It also depends on what I've been photographing. Because if we have like 2 huge IKEA bags full of jeans that I just measured and photographed, and they got to go downstairs and be put away, I'll go down with him and help. But I make a list. We go to the garage. We put anything away that we had just photographed. And then we pull everything, put it in an IKEA bag, and we bring it back up here to the office, to the 3rd floor. And he hands it to me as I call for it, and I package it, get it ready, and then print the label, and he takes care of it from there. Does that make sense? We have a whole little system. It really works for us until he starts talking to me, and then I get distracted and make mistakes. But yeah, we just pull it. We have the IKEA bags, and we bring it up here, and I can do it right here on my laptop. My printer's right here. My printer's right next to me. All right. My Macari's been okay. Not the healthiest. My Poshmark's been real good. Juju, what's this next question? Probably. Yeah, it's everyone. It's not just you. It's everyone. Everyone. All right. We're at almost 5:30. Let me make sure I haven't missed any of my notes. In case you're wondering, these are the notes I'm looking at. I typed them up so that I would be able to remember everything I wanted to tell you guys. So your stuff is an investment. That's also what I wanted to mention. So if we get into tough economic times and you have a ton of inventory or a big old death pile or money pile, whatever you want to call it, that's an investment. Everything you've ever bought, you've invested your money in, and it's something that you can sell to make money. So all of your inventory is one great big investment, and you can sell it and you can make money, even in bad times. Don't lower your prices, whatever you do. Please do not get wrapped up in that mindset of panicking and I got to lower my prices. That just contributes to the overall problem. Right now, we are in a trend of inflation. The cost of everything else is going up. Why would you lower your prices? If anything, raise them. List Perfectly just did a live show today about that very same topic. Timely that they did that the day I was doing this, but Clara and Josh were on it and they were talking about how we should all be raising our prices. The rest of the world's raising their prices. Inflation's happening. It's not time to lower your prices. And you know what? You can always run sales. You can always run sales. So here's the thing. If you list your silver jeans, we're going to use those as an example, for $40, right? And they sell for $40 regularly. And we're trucking along. And then we hit a recession or we go into bad economic times. Don't drop the price of your silver jeans, because when we come out the other side of that, when we are okay again, when we are economically as a country coming out of a recession, those silver jeans will not be worth $40 anymore. You can't lower the prices because you can't raise them back up. The only time you can really do that is during an inflation time. So if you panic or freak out and just start lowering your prices, you're going to trash entire brands. So instead, run sales. So pre-recession, silver jeans sell for $40. During the recession here, they'll sell for $25 or $30 because everybody's poor. Run sales. Keep the price, the base price at $40, and run some sales every weekend. And then when we come out of the recession, don't run the sales. They're still $40. Don't lower your prices. Stop it. Stop being turds. And then just some real quick tips for you to save some money as we go into bad economic times. Some real talk about real life. You guys know I like to talk about stuff like this. Do some menu planning. And in fact, I have a video on that as well. Did I ever copy this in here? Probably not. I talk and talk and talk and talk. Okay, this is the video with Bill where I talked about Pinterest. You can save that link. Talked about Pinterest and Instagram and that. And then I did a menu planning video. Maybe I did. Where I did? Am I crazy? There it is. I did a menu on a menu. I did a video on how to menu plan and grocery list to save money. You can watch that at your leisure. Shop sales. It's okay to be frugal. You know how rich people get rich? They don't spend their money on wisely. Shop the sales. Look at the sales ads. Our local little grocery store here, it's called Shop and Save. They have Wacky Wednesday when like everything's crazy on sale. You can get like, and this is unheard of nowadays, you can get like the really good deli American cheese, like the really good brand Kreshner. They'll have it on sale for like $4.99 and $5.99. And I grab 2 pounds and I put one in the freezer. I go every Wednesday shopping. It's convenient because we go to Salvation Army for half off day. And they have half off at 99 cents here. And then we go to the grocery store after it. But they have really good sales. So don't be afraid to hit sales. You know what? Eat and drink generic brands. No one cares. No one's judging you. No one is judging you if you buy store brands. I will concede that there are certain things that taste gross that are generic. Like soda, I will not drink generic soda. I think, like especially the dark colas, the generic dark colas, they taste like someone crushed up baby Tylenol and shoved it in a flat Coke. I will only drink brand name soda, but I only buy it when it's on sale. But I mean, as far as like noodles and sauces and, you know, bags of frozen vegetables and your juices and stuff like that, they all taste the same. Ketchup, Heinz, yes. You're talking to a girl from Pittsburgh. Heinz definitely tastes different, but I still buy store brand. But Heinz does taste better. But yeah, I mean, our Excedrin that Keith and I take for our migraines, it's Walmart brand. And don't buy like your household items at the grocery store because they cost more there. Go to somewhere like Target or Walmart to get your bulk, or Sam's Club, your bulk pack of toilet paper, paper towels. Our Walmart has a pack of 2 bottles of Excedrin for only $4. It's 400 pills. It lasts us for a long, long, long time. So we go to Walmart and we stock up on all like personal soaps, shampoos, face wash, toilet paper cleaners. We get all that at Walmart or Target, depending on sales, because it's cheaper, because the grocery stores do really mark that stuff up. Yeah, and if you are an impulse buyer, you can do a grocery curbside, or you can have them delivered. I know Don has his groceries delivered every week. Do coupons, do all that stuff. Coupons, rebate apps, digital coupons. I'm not an impulse buyer. I'm really good at sticking to my list, and that's why I like to menu plan. Watch that video. Watch the menu planning video. I go into detail about how we keep our lists and how we keep from impulse buying, really. Don't go to the store hungry. That's a good tip. Don't go to the grocery store hungry. Ever. We take peanut butter sandwiches usually on Wednesday. Nothing fancy, but peanut butter has protein in it. Peanut butter has here's another tip. Peanut butter has protein in it, which keeps you full longer. So we will pack peanut butter sandwiches to eat between Salvation Army and the grocery store, so we don't buy stuff we don't need. And errands. Do all your errands on one day and plan them out. Plan a route that makes sense to save wear and tear on your tires in your car and saves you gas money. Gas is expensive. So not everyone can just go out. Like, we only go out once a week and we try to do all our errands in that one day. Not everyone can do that. I understand some people have kids with events and stuff. But when you do go out, try to think about where you're going to be and what else you need, and try to plan accordingly so that you're going out less. And that's also the thing with the grocery lists. I know a lot of people who will go to the grocery store and the very next day, oh, I forgot the beans I needed for the tacos, and then they got to run back out. If you have a menu plan and you have a good grocery list that you're working from, you're never going to forget. I have never had to run back out to the store. I have never run out of something and had an emergency. We are always well stocked. We don't run out of stuff. We don't forget stuff. So you want to do lists, but you want to plan all your errands and think ahead of time. Like, if I know that I'm going to the movies tomorrow to see Shazam, I know the movie theater is next to a pet store, and I know that Ahsoka, my hamster, is getting low on her food. She doesn't really need some now, but she's going to need food before I'm out that way next. So I might go next door after the movie and grab her some of her ham food. She gave me ham. I love her. I love my hamsters so much. It's ridiculous. Pick up at Walmart. So we are going to end on that note with just those little tips. I'm going to draw a winner. The winner gets 1 month free of List Perfectly. If you're new to List Perfectly, you get your first month free. If you already use it, you get a break from your bill for a month. Karen Yee! Long-time viewer of the channel. Long-time viewer and subscriber. I'm happy that you won. That's awesome. Congrats, Karen. Karen, message me on Facebook or Instagram, a private message with your email address. And then probably not over the weekend, but Monday I will get you in touch with Tiffany, and she will get you set up for a free month. If you already use List Perfectly and you're not on Pro plan, try Pro Plan for a month. Pro Plan is the best. You are absolutely welcome, Jill. Thank you for coming and listening. Thank you to everyone for coming in today and spending the hour with me and listening to me chat and talk about a very important topic. Hopefully some of what I said will help you out. Something will resonate or give you some kind of tip or trick that you can use. But I do appreciate you guys watching and spending the hour with me. Tammy, thank you again for the super chat. I appreciate it so much. If you're watching the replay, I appreciate you too. Thank you for watching. Every view counts. You know, every time you guys watch, you're helping support the channel. So we do appreciate you guys. Go have a good weekend. Remember, work to live. Don't live to work. So make sure this weekend you take some time off to do something for yourself, with your friends, family, pets, and loved ones. And again, congratulations to Karen for your free month. Everyone else, have a wonderful weekend. Thank you again so much for joining me. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Love you guys. Bye.